We're now going to talk about allegations that involve sexual violence and the deliberate targeting of detainees' genitals. We poured through survivor testimonies and interviews with human rights groups. They describe a pattern of abuse that includes forced nudity during interrogations, beatings focused on genitals, threats of rape, and in many cases, sexual assault. And investigators, including the UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese, say these assaults go beyond sexual crimes. In many cases, it's sexualized torture, abuse meant to dominate and punish detainees.
Sexual violence has served a specific purpose. It's brutal if it's used against women or men. It doesn't differentiate. But the way it's been used against men, it really gives the idea of wanting to break the spirit of these people so that they do not procreate anymore.
Torture of Palestinian detainees is not new. Human rights organizations have been documenting allegations of torture in Israeli detention from before the early 2000s, even after the 1999 Israeli Supreme Court ruling. In that case, the court's decision was meant to limit the use of moderate physical pressure during interrogations, but it still allowed for exceptions whenever necessity dictated. Since October 2023, the scale and severity of these allegations of torture have increased sharply.
Nothing of this is really new. Not the torture, not the brutal methods, not what is different and what is new is the scale, the intensity, and the sadism with which these acts are perpetrated, these crimes are committed.
What's more, many of these allegations of abuse involve facilities where Palestinians are held under something called administrative detention, meaning without charge or trial. That's where serious legal questions begin to emerge. And while administrative detention may be legally murkier, torture is explicitly illegal under international law, primarily through the UN Convention Against Torture. It's a rule with no exceptions. Not in wartime, not in an emergency, not under orders. And yet, allegations of torture by Israeli authorities continue to surface, often linked to the same detention facilities repeatedly described in detainee testimony. These testimonies suggest that it's not just one or two prisons, it's a network. And the use of torture by Israeli soldiers and other authorities across these institutions suggests it is not simply the result of individual misconduct or rogue soldiers. It's systematic.